Well, good morning and welcome to Grandfather's Garage. I'm Grandfather, and this YouTube channel is for my now 4 grandkids, Haneen, Roland, Una, and Helena. Good morning, kids, because they live too far away to come spend every Saturday morning in their grandfather's garage messing around. So this is my way of bringing the garage to them with all of its projects and some of life's tidbits. We're going to build stuff, repair things, do some fishing, take some field trips, all so I can share some time with them. We're glad you could join us, so let's go see what we're going to do today in the garage. Come on. So we've always wanted an outdoor shower somewhere near the pool and the back door. I never really felt I had a good spot, as the most physically logical location would be on the side of the house, which is too far away from the back door. One afternoon, I had an epiphany and decided where it just might fit. I had created a small changing area by the pool, and if I expanded that area by moving the fence and the walkway, I might get a shower to fit there. The big problem with this location would be access to hot and cold water. There is a house bathroom on the adjacent wall, but no way to run underground plumbing for the water lines to the shower. With the generator's natural gas and electrical lines underground, and the pool plumbing underground, I wasn't digging anywhere near this area. Then it hit me, I could run hose lines from 2 outside spigots. This would even work for the winter because I could just turn off the spigots, unscrew the hoses, and let the lines drain out. So where is the easiest water line access? I knew under the house was one option. Then I looked in the house bathroom and, surprised, right behind the shower wall was a removable panel for plumbing access. How easy is that? This is what it looks like with a hot and cold water line for the shower. Perfect. Easy access and plenty of room to work and add the plumbing I need. I planned out the water lines and what I would need for the plumbing connections. In the old days, this would have been several days of soldering fittings, but I now love SharkBite. No paid sponsorship here, unfortunately. SharkBite fittings are magic. They fit copper pipes and PEX pipe, the blue stuff, and literally push it right into place for a watertight fit. It grips the pipe like a shark's teeth and holds on. Here are all the fittings I will need for the waterline connections. I wanted an inline cutoff for each line, just in case something goes wrong, and I needed 2 freeze-proof through-wall spigots for the outside connections. This way I could cut off the water lines inside and drain the spigots as well if we have a deep, deep freeze in the wintertime. So I turned off the water main, cut the main copper pipes, sanded them, and started adding all my other fittings using the PEX pipe. With the connections in place and the inline valve in the off position, I turned the water back on and inspected for any leaks, drips, or wetness. Nothing. Works like magic. The next step was outside and the placement of the outside spigots. A couple of long masonry drill bits and some effort, and I had 2 holes through the wall for the outside spigots. I did have to drill through the wood framing behind the brick exterior to access under the house. I also made very sure that where I was drilling, I would have easy access for connecting the pipes under the house, not too close to a floor beam or the floor itself. Once the outside spigots were fit, it was easy to connect the inside connections with the outside spigots using the PEX, the blue pipe. Again, SharkBite made it simple as pushing the connections together. I turned all the water on to check the fittings. No leaks. Once all the connections were set, I used adhesive to set the spigots into the brick wall. Once it's dry, solid as a rock.
With the plumbing in place and set, time to work on the shower itself. I had moved the block walkway earlier, so I was now ready to set the posts. As always, I sketch out the design ahead of time and estimate all the materials I will need. This really helps me think through the project entirely before I start. I burned the ends of the posts that would be in the ground to keep them from rotting as fast. This is pressure-treated lumber, but burning the ends helps to seal out the outside of the lumber, and then I also added some Thompson's water seal. Since this was a shower, there would be an excess amount of moisture in the ground, so the extra effort is worth it in the long term. With the post set, the cross braces go into place, 3 across. With the framing set, I use 1x6 pressure-treated lumber for the fencing itself. The fencing went up pretty quickly, with the exception that I had run out of fencing nails for the nail gun, which means I had to hammer galvanized nails by hand for each slat. I got my exercise because I forgot to check my nail supply. These shower parts were designed for an outside shower, so hopefully they will hold up in the salt elements. I bought 2 new short hoses and added additional fittings to one end, so each end would fit into its respective connection. I added a crossboard to support the shower handles and a small shelf right below the handles. The drainage for that area near the house already handles a lot of water because there are 2 downspouts from the gutters that empty out right there. I lowered the overall ground level by an inch or so to make sure that the water would drain where I wanted it to. I added several bags of gravel and packed it into the clay. The drainage works great, and it runs to a ditch that holds and dissipates the water into the ground. We will only use biodegradable soaps in the shower. The base to walk on inside the shower was designed ahead to fit in the space, and again was made of pressure-treated lumber. The underside of this walkway was also burned and sealed because of the excess moisture it would be exposed to. Thanks to careful measuring, it fit nicely into place. This is what the shower looks like, all completed. It works great, and we use it almost every single day. A week or so after it was completed, we bought a piece of art online that adds a nice touch to the outside wall. With plenty of advanced planning, this whole project was completed over 2 weekends, and my only regret is that I didn't complete it years ago. As always, thank you so much for spending your precious time with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.